Hi everyone, this is Dr. Cole Handy Jones here with your handy physical therapy tip of the day. Today I'm going to talk about balance exercises for athletes or advanced balance exercises. So let's get started. How an athlete can react to changes on the field or court and accelerate and decelerate often has to do with dynamic balance. The better balance that you have, the better you're going to use your strength and speed that you hopefully have as well. So balance is really important for an athlete. As a doctor of physical therapy, I of course specialize in rehabilitating injuries, but I also specialize in prehabilitating potential injuries. Basically what that means is, of course, if people have been injured, a staple of any kind of rehabilitation program is balance. But hopefully, the better balance that you have now can prevent injuries and problem in the future. So these are great from someone who is coming back from an injury or wanting to prevent an injury in the future. So let me show you 3 advanced balance exercises for athletes to get you better, feeling better, performing better, and avoiding injury in the long term. The first balance exercise that I want you to try, I call a clock balance. So what you're going to picture you're standing in the middle of a giant clock. So 12 o'clock in front of you, 6 o'clock behind you, 3 and 9 on each side. So you're going to stand on one foot. So I'm going to start by standing on my right foot. Okay, this is the side that we're working for balance right now. I'm going to take my left foot, and I'm going to reach forward like I'm trying to touch 12 o'clock. Don't touch it, just hover an inch above it, then come back without touching as well. Okay, now for me, on my left foot now, I'm going to go out to 11 o'clock. So I'm going to go out to 11 o'clock, don't touch it, hover an inch above it, and come back. Then 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, so on and so forth. Okay, I'm going to go all the way around, trying to touch each number. Okay, I'm at 6 o'clock here, okay, and then I'm going to come back and take a break. Okay, the nice thing with this exercise, it can become really, really easy or really, really hard, depending on how far away the numbers are. If I just stand right here, and I kind of barely reach out, it's not too hard. And for you, that might be the level where you're at, depending on if you're getting back maybe from an ACL tear or something like that. But if you're more advanced, at a more advanced stage of rehabilitation, or perhaps you haven't been injured and you just want to really work yourself, stretch the numbers out further and further. So if I come here now, and I reach really, really far towards 12 o'clock, and then back up, and then 11 o'clock, and back up, it can become a lot harder. Okay? So you can make that easier or harder doing that. Or another really easy way to make it harder is to add an unstable surface. So right now, I'm standing on a tile floor that's really stable. That's pretty easy for me to balance on. If I put a towel, a blanket, for me, I'm going to use this pillow to stand on. It makes it a lot harder to balance on. Okay, so put that pillow down, and I'm going to stand on it. Now I have an unstable surface, so my foot has to work a lot harder even just standing like this. And I'm going to try to do the same thing. So 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 10, 9, and I'm going to go all the way around until I get to 6 o'clock, and I'm going to take a break. Okay, so give that first one a try. And of course, if you do it on the right leg, you probably want to do it on the left side as well, just to keep yourself even. The next exercise that I want to show you is a single leg Romanian deadlift, or single leg RDL. Now this is a great strengthening exercise, but it's also a great balance, rehabilitation, and prehabilitation exercise as well. So I'm going to stand on my right leg. This would be the side that I'm trying to work. Okay, I'm going to try to keep my left leg and my torso all in a line. Okay, so while standing on this leg, I'm going to hinge forward at my hips, kind of like I'm going to try to touch my left hand to my right foot, and then I'm going to come back up. Okay, and down and up. Let me show you that from the side. Okay, so standing on this my right leg, I'm going to hinge my hips forward. Appreciate how my left leg and thigh stays level with my torso as I go down, and just try to balance. Okay, now if you want to make this a little bit harder, what I usually recommend is taking 3 combs. Okay, don't have to be combs though, they can be anything that you can kind of reach for that you have around the house. Okay, I'm going to put one right in front of me and then one out to each side. Okay, I'm going to stand roughly in the middle of them but a little behind, and I'm just going to try to touch the combs as I reach down. So I'm going to try to reach down and touch this far cone, and then come back up. Reach forward to the forward cone, back up, and then to this side one. Okay, if it's my right leg down, I'm trying to touch with my left hand. Okay, and you you can pick how many times you want to do this, maybe 10 times around, and then you'll switch your leg, okay? If it's not too hard, stretch out the cones even farther, okay? So give that one a try. This last exercise that I want to do is a ball toss on one leg. So for this exercise, you just need a ball of some kind. So if you're an athlete, pick the ball for your sport. So right now I've just got a volleyball, but I mean if you're a football player, have football. If you're a basketball player, have basketball. If you're a soccer player, we can even do this with a soccer ball. You can even kick it, but what we're going to do basically, we're going to throw the ball back and forth with your partner while standing on one leg. Okay, so I've got a partner right now. I'm going to stand on my one leg and just try to balance, okay? And all I'm going to do is toss them the ball. And then we're going to toss it back to me kind of in an awkward spot, hopefully. So that was kind of easy. Hopefully they'll kind of toss it out to the side a little bit. Yep, and you'll just go grab it, okay? One hand, two hand, whatever you want to do, just so you have to react to it down low, up high. Just make it kind of tough on you, okay? If this is kind of easy, way to make it a little harder is you can just take an unstable surface. You can take something that makes an unstable surface. So that's a blanket, a towel. I'm going to use a pillow and just stand on it while doing this toss, okay? So just toss it back and forth. And same thing, the key to your partner is having vary up where it's going. So up high, down low, out to one side, just different things, okay? I've even had some of my soccer players before, instead of catching or throwing a soccer ball, had them stand on one leg and they kick the soccer ball back when it gets thrown at them, okay? So just any way to make it a little bit tougher, okay? Hopefully you learned something new today and found something of value. These can be a really good addition to your rehabilitation program or prehabilitation program. So I'd recommend doing them continuously throughout the rest of your career. If you found something you like, please give this video a thumbs up, put a comment down below, share with a friend, and please subscribe, and look forward to more videos. I hope to see you then. Make me reach for it. You're just wanting to get your bloopers in. Go and stop the
Give it
video
to
now.
me again.
I know, let me
I'm gonna
go.
throw it at your face.
Okay.